Lead the league in score. I'm Michael Jordan.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel.
Yo, I said they were coming for us, but...
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Andre Drummond is out there with Julius.
'25 NBA 2K TV Awards show.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. On the court for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Andre Drummond is out there with Julius Randle. And it's ball in at the point. McDaniels gets a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Edwards against MP. Shot clock at 6. Kuminga the pass to MP. Another 3 for Golden State.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Checking out some numbers for Anthony Edwards. Randle passes the ball. Over Allen. Another miss by Minnesota.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first win.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Green outside. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss it. The way they're knocking these shots down, boy, everything's pure.
First team foul.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Curry on the wing. Back to Allen. Pass to Curry. MP outside. 6 on the shot clock. Curry kicks to Green. Here's Kuminga. Another 3 for Golden.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. On the court for Minnesota. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Andre Drummond is out there with Julius Randle. And it's ball in at the 1. Now here's Allen. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Andre Drummond. First personal foul. First team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Here's Edwards. He's scoreless. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Let's take this opportunity to look at the teams that are really sharing the ball over the last month. The Warriors, #1.
And over this last stretch, this team has been incredible passing the rock, playing great team basketball.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Randle, good.
Well, this shot is in his bag. Julius Randle more than happy to take the jumper if you concede it.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Randle, good.
Credit Julius Randle, off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
MP, the pass to Curry. Launches it. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Curry's got 5 now.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
To the middle. Here's Jackson Davis. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. Timberwolves trail by 20. Randle, the pass to Ball. Outside McDaniels. Three-pointer. Offensive board. Drummond. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Grace Jackson Davis picks one up.
Guys, what I appreciate about Andre Drummond is that he understands his role. Night by night, be physical, defend the basket, rebound with great intensity. He gives it to you every single night.
And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them. And some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
When you see a young player with a level of physicality, MP doing work on the inside.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. And free throw good from Allen. So both free throws good from Allen.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
You ready?
Here is Edwards. He has yet to score. Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense. But what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the three ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooter.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Julius Randle is out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Ball in at the 1 spot. Pass to Randle. Here's Edwards. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Hornets put on a show. He scored an incredible number of points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. We'll see what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete.
I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Trey Murphy. Edwards out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Drummond in at center. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Now here's Kuminga. He's averaging about 6 points per game. 3 on the clock. Curry's shot is off.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Ball no good.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Ball no good.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now here's Edwards, coming off a solid outing against Memphis. On target from range.
Oh, boy, look at the quickness to create space. Edwards puts defenders right on their heels.
Here's MP.
Now here's Allen. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Ball out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Randall. Then there's Andre Drummond. So here we are, Stan, with the trade deadline in the rearview mirror. It's come and gone. Some players are definitely, don't you think, breathing a sigh of relief?
Kevin, it was my favorite day of the season, the day after the trade deadline, because players get distracted.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Curry outside. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Curry's got 16 points.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
That one, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. With the floater.
The thing in our overdrive.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the opportunity.
There's a minute 47 left in the opening quarter. So for Minnesota right now, Ball is out there with Edwards. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Drummond in at the center position. What do you think of
Shooting my shot like hey, hit the like hey, finger on the like.
.146 left to play in the first. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Drummond. Randall out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. So, Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about two things. It's about maturity.
Yo.
You know, I love games with high scoring outputs.
Yeah.
The world is about to feel something that they never.
Here's Ball. 10 points in his last outing. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Trey Murphy. Andre Drummond is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's Edwards in at the 2. And in the second game of a back-to-back, how much does that affect a player's energy level?
Well, the better conditioned you are, the less it's going to affect your energy. That's why I love back-to-backs. It separates the men from the boys.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Hornets was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. A legendary performance that will be talked about for years to come. Unless he's able to do it again tonight. Brian?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Lonzo Ball out there with Edwards. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then it's Randall. And it's Drummond in at the pivot, manning the middle. Harris is checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Jonathan Kuminga.
He has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
From the arc. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Shoots the three. Good on the three-point shot. MP's got 30.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Minnesota shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McDaniels kicks the ball.
The Timberwolves shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. It's a 4-second differential between the shot.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ball against MP. McDaniels passes to Horton Tucker. Ball with a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Golden State Warriors. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
You know, something else is working for them is the three-point shooting. I mean, they've done some damage early on from behind the arc.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Tobias Harris, MP out there with Pajemski. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 spot. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, MP in the last time out against the Hornets was outstanding. He scored an amazing number of points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. A fantastic performance from him, something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
In the corner, it's Morris. Drives to the hoop. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
MP against Morris. Down it goes!
Take that rack
down! What a slam!
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now, here is Morris. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to McDaniels from downtown, and another three for Minnesota.
they're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep. And they're ranked third in the league in steals. So that takes anticipation, quick hands, and an attack mindset.
Their defense has been unreal. You brought up their points allowed ranking. They dictate the pace of every game they play. It's impossible to get out and run against them. First one falls for him.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Kuminga's come in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Minnesota also with the sub, Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Morris. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Memphis.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. And McDaniels drops them both.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's Allen. And he lays it straight in. MP's got 38 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Horton Tucker's shot is off. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Yep, that one goes. 40 points for MP.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
Pass to Caruso.
Oh, yeah, and I'm big folk. Hold up, you know I got a little fella with.
And they're going to play 94 feet of defense here. They're going to try to make something happen with the full court press.
On the court for the Timberwolves, they've got Alex Caruso, Trey Murphy out there with Miller. Then there's
Tell me, what do you love?
And here's Miller. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. So on the floor for Minnesota, Miller is out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Talen Horton-Tucker. And it's Caruso in at the 1. Here's Caruso following the basket by...
But do you know who had the high scoring?
And here's Caruso. Yet to see a basket. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
They've got Kuminga. MP is out there with Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Harris in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets just played phenomenal. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. And he had a monster game that last time out. He'll try to match or even exceed those numbers tonight. That's got to be scary to face, Brian.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Now here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. 2 on the clock. Wing shot on the way. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by MP. Harris has gotten 4 this quarter.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
McDaniels against Kuminga. McDaniels passes to Miller. Rebounded by Green.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And here's MP from outside. He drops it from range. MP's got 47 points.
More points for MP, and you just think about the possibilities of this young player moving forward. He is something.
Horton Tucker, the pass to McDaniels. And here's Caruso, covered by MP. McDaniels against Harris. McDaniels can't hit.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that is on the defense there. You can't be overzealous trying to stop MP.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Warriors.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Heald's checked in for Green. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Drummond's checked in for Miller. Julius Randle comes in for McDaniels. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Horton Tucker. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Caruso. Ball into the...
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do. Say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting.
Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline,
MP with it. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. On the court for Minnesota. Julius Randle out there with Trey Murphy. Then it's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Andre Drummond. And it's Edwards in at the 2-guard position. And the trade deadline is in the rear-view mirror, Clark. The All-Star game is quickly approaching.
You know, from players to coaches to announcers, BA, we all look forward to that break, the All-Star break. It's a great time to reset, to re-energize, to recharge, and to get mentally prepared for what's next.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Hornets just played phenomenal. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to...
And they're going to play 94 feet of defense here. They're going to try to make something happen with the full court press.
Buddy Hield is out there with Kuminga. Then it's MP. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Harris in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors 5.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Allen. The pass to Kuminga. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. On the court for Minnesota, Edwards is out there with ball. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Randall in at the power forward.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Charlotte just was phenomenal. He scored an incredible number of points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Drops in the tray. Allen's got 54 points.
Yeah, with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Trying to end the drought. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Now, here's MP. Non-stop scoring machine here. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Back to ball. Edwards passes to Drummond. The kick out to Ball. The tray drains the three-pointer. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
MP's shot is good.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Edwards drawing the double team. Randall down low. He's defended by Pajemski. That's good from Randall on the assist from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. Allen, and he
Young.
And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for the Warriors. And with their last victory, this team reached the 50-win mark on the season.
And they should be proud of what they've been able to accomplish. You can't just luck your way into 50 wins. You got to be a good team to reach that feat.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Anthony Edwards, Trey Murphy out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Ball in at the 1 spot.
I think this is a progression step here for Kuminga. When he starts to hit threes consistently, watch out.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Hornets was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. And he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore, B.A.?
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Here's Edwards. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago, they get it back. Drummond, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
MP outside. Pass to Pajemski. MP looking around.
The 2024-25 regular season, who scored a league high of
34 seconds left in the second quarter. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. MP out there with Pajemski. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Harris in at the 5. And here is Ball. Following the three-pointer by MP. A three ball. Connects from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
Here's MP.
.15 seconds left in the second period. Here's Allen. And it's good. He hits another one. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
B.A., it feels like he can't miss.
Here's Ball. 7 points in the game. Edwards looking for an opening from the arc. MP getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. And he's already notched a double-double. He'll look to continue this strong play in the next quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Andre Drummond is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Ball in at the point. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hornets just played phenomenal. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Andre Drummond is out there with Randall, and it's Ball in at the point. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition. There is simply no substitute for what Jaden McDaniels gives you on the defensive end every night. This guy is elite.
A moment now to